What really breaks my heart is how stuck people are, and that there are things you can do to change your life for the better.
What I'd like people to remember is that you're not stuck. You're actually grieving a past version of yourself. So there's a part of you that's died, that actually you left behind a long time ago, but there's a part of you that still misses it. You still want things to be the same, you still want things to be that way, and that keeps pulling you back. And that's actually blocking you from making the next move. It's stopping you because life used to be this way, or life used to feel this way. And so we're stuck, not because we don't know what to do next. We're stuck because there's a part of us that wants to hold on to what we have here. There's a beautiful Zen teaching that says, what's holding you back is what you're holding on to. And I think if people think about that for a second, what are you holding on to that's holding you back? What are you clinging on to that's keeping you stuck? There's an identity, an idea, a mindset, a behavior, an attitude that is keeping you held back. And once you let go of that, once you open and release your hands, all of a sudden you feel free. So what identity, what habit, what mindset, what expectation are you letting yourself be held back by that if you were to let go of, you could easily move forward?
And if you don't have hope and you don't have this breakthrough where you have for just a millisecond this insight where you go, well, what if things did work out? If you don't have that moment, most people stay so stuck in resignation. The number of people that are living their life at 40 or 50 or 60, and they are defined by the trauma that happened in their childhood. And that's not to say that the trauma wasn't profound or wasn't impactful. And having experienced childhood trauma of my own that I didn't discover until later in life, I find it so sad that so many people just don't know that they're stuck in patterns of abuse or patterns of thinking that they can change. And if you're not aware that you're stuck in something, there's no way you can change it. And so it makes me extremely sad that there are so many people that are not aware of how much better and how much more present and how much more joy they could experience in their life.
If you've raised your kids and they've left the house, there's a part of you that misses what the home felt like with their energy. And now you spend all your day thinking about all the memories in the corners. You look in this corner and you remember your child growing up. You look in this corner and you remember Christmas dinner. You look at this place. So you're constantly surrounding yourself with an identity that no longer exists. So you don't have the time or the energy or the presence to be able to even think about what comes next, because there's a part of you that still feels affected. If you go through a relationship breakup, you keep looking at pictures of when you went on vacation. You keep looking at the pictures of when you had your first date. You keep looking at the memories of maybe it's a piece of clothing, maybe it's an item at home, whatever you're surrounded by. So you're still living as if you're still dating that person in your mind. And so that's all holding on to something that is an identity that's already moved on in life.
But here's the thing. You're not making your behavior decisions with your brain. You're making them with the sensation in your body. If you don't feel like doing it, you don't do it. See, before it even gets up here, you feel it in here. And this was the thing that was revelatory for me. It's like, oh my God, like my emotions drive my entire life. And that's why I feel out of control. And that's why I'm frustrated with myself. And that's why I can talk till I'm blue in the face about what I need to do and what I should do and what this and what that. But when push comes to shove, if I don't feel like doing it, or I'm scared, or I'm this, or I'm that, I don't do it. That means my emotions and the sensations in my body and the patterns that have been hardwired for a long time and the coping mechanisms that just run on autopilot, that's what's driving you. It's not up here.
And that's what's keeping you stuck. So my question to everyone is, what is that thing for you? And how do you learn to release it? That's the focus. I think we think we're stuck because we don't know what to do next. No, we're stuck because we're still holding on to what's behind us. And as soon as you release it, you propel yourself forward. Have you ever felt that before? When you're holding on to something really tight, if you let go of it, all of a sudden you feel momentum. Momentum doesn't come from knowing where you're going. It comes from knowing that I don't want to be here anymore.
That is so important because so many people stay where they are because they don't know where they want to go next. And I always say, well, actually, if you can be honest with yourself and say, I just don't like how my life feels anymore.
Yes.
You're already moving in a new direction because you're moving away from what's not working. There are so many people that have artistry inside themselves, and yet there is so much resistance to putting yourself out there. And so in this paradigm where we're talking about holding on to something and grieving who you used to be, if somebody is actively fighting against their deep internal desire to start putting themselves out there in a new chapter, whether it's marketing a business or starting a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, what is it that you're holding on to?
It's the identity and the reputation that that identity is built. Well, I'm a teacher. I can't be a social media creator. I'm a teacher. That's what my friends know me as. That's not what my students know me as. And the real reason is because our social circle has validated or at least approved that current position. Everyone in our social circle knows what that means. They recognize it and they understand it. As soon as we do something that people don't understand, we're scared that they're not going to like us. And as soon as we think they're not going to like us for doing something they don't understand, we leave behind what we love. So it was never about them understanding. It was always about me focusing on what I love.